Now, what business ideas can you come up with if you are earning a million and above? There are a number of business options you can think about, but in this video, I'm going to give you 4 businesses which you can think about venturing in if you're earning that type of money to supplement on your income. And also, if you want to take them as a full-time, these are businesses you can easily take up and earn a lot of money. Once again, my name is Jacob, and basically on this channel of mine, we talk about health, we talk about a number of businesses, and we talk about employment. So if you are new to this channel, consider subscribing to my channel. Click a thumbs up if you enjoy my tutorials, and don't hesitate to make a comment. If there's anything you want to say about my tutorials and you want to make a comment, just make it right there in the comment section. Now, one of the businesses which you can think about starting is money lending. Money lending is one of those businesses which you can venture in and get a lot of money. It doesn't need a lot of money. You can start with a million, borrowing out a million. You can start with a capital of around a million to 10 million shillings. So basically, you just need to choose a niche. Let me say, if you're a teacher, you can choose to lend out to your fellow teachers at quite a low interest. Then if you are a health worker, you can choose to lend out to your fellow health workers. You can start with around 5 people or 10 people and give them a loan of around 200, 300 and charge them a percentage as low as 10% per month or 20% per month. If all your clients are quite very faithful and they can bring back the money with the interest, you can make a lot of money from this type of business. So you can start low without registration, but as your business grows, you can think of registering your business. So what do you need to register your business as a money lending agent? First of all, you need to go to UMRA, Uganda Micro Regulatory Authority, and you register your company. You can name it any name, preferably whatever name you choose. They will register you, you pay them. Then you go to URSB. That's another place where you have to register your company. That one registers all the companies in the country, but UMRA only registers microfinance institutions, but URSB registers all companies. Everyone who wants to start an agency or a company has to register with the URSB. So you pay a small fee and they register you. So those are the 2 licenses you need if you want to start a microfinance institution, a money lending institution. Another thing, if you want to register, you need to have a physical address where your clients will come and meet you. So you can get a physical address, a place where you can rent, and you put your license in the corner there where they can see and know that your institution is a good institution which is not working out of law. Another thing you need to do is you need to make a loan agreements for your clients. In case your client wants a loan, you need to make a loan agreement. It needs to have an interest and a fee which the person is taking, and also it needs to have a security or collateral which binds the loan. For example, people use a number of things, land, people put in a number of things as their security. But one of the things you have to avoid is to take up people's ATM cards. That one is not acceptable. Taking people's documents, people put in their license documents to money lender. That is also not acceptable. You need to get something physical, a land or a building. But taking people's documents and ATMs, those ones are not acceptable in this type of business. Well, another thing you have to think about with this type of business, you need to get a lawyer. Lawyers are very important if some of your clients refuse to pay and you create a case. So lawyers will help you in the processes of trying to sue them. So anything with the law, the lawyers will help you. That's why they are quite very important in this type of business. So it's quite a very good business if all your clients pay. Let me say out of 10, 2 of them might default and don't pay. So if 8 of them are faithful, you can get a lot of money from this type of business. We are going to make a full tutorial on money lending. This is just a brief, and we shall put a card up here, a full tutorial on basically money lending. If you want to venture in this type of business, I'm going to make a full tutorial on money lending. Another type of business you can think about, which is very common and doesn't need a lot of books, is mobile money. So with mobile money, basically you need two lines, Airtel and MTN. There are other lines, but these are the commonest ones which most of the people use to make transactions. So basically there are two ways of getting these lines. You can either become an agent, you go and request to become an agent, a mobile money agent, or you can borrow the lines from someone who is already registered. The registration process of becoming an agent is quite long. You need to go and apply, and you also need to put in your national ID. You need to get a letter from LLC you take there. So in most cases, it takes around 1 to 3 months to become a full mobile money agent, and sometimes it takes some time. So but to kick off straight away with business, you need to get the lines from people who are already mobile money agents. So they lend out the lines from you and you pay them rent. The rent for these lines is around 50 to 100,000, and you kick off business. Another thing you have to do is to get a good location, and you rent out a place where you're going to put your business. So you get near a marketplace or any place which is busy, because a busy place will get you very many clients who want to make transaction than a place which doesn't have people. So that is the advantage of getting somewhere which is quite very busy. If you cannot get a room for rent, you can just get a somewhere where you can put an umbrella, you paint it, whether MTN or Airtel, you put a table, paint it very well, you get a transaction book. So get two phones, an MTN phone and an Airtel phone, or you can get a small phone with two lines. They call them Mapesa phones. These small phones where you just prick. They are better than the smartphones, because smartphones sometimes they are hard to make the transaction. But these phones, small phones which have two lines, the transactions are very easy to make, especially for most people. So you get those phones and then you start business straight away. Another thing, before you start this type of business, you need to get training. Yes, if you don't get proper training to start making transactions, people will take advantage of that and you make a lot of mistakes. And there are also people who are specialized in stealing money from people, mobile money agents, or people who make transactions, who are not yet good full knowledge on how this business works. So getting training, you can get training from either a friend who is doing mobile money business, or you can get it from those MTN guys. They also provide training. So most trainings take between 10 to 15 days to learn how the business work, and also learn the quackery in the business. Those people can train you in all those methods so that you can start off your business without any problem. So basically, most transactions these people make is you need to make withdrawals, you need to make a deposit, you need to register lines. Yeah, that is very important. You can also add on other transactions like paying Yaka, paying Star Times, paying National Water and Sewage Corporation. All those transactions, those people are supposed to make them. Now, this type of business is quite very profitable if the number of clients are very many. Yes, the more clients you get, the more commission. They get most of their money from commissions on each transaction made. So the commissions you make are put on your account straight away. So the number of clients you get in this type of business, the more money you make. Most people make between 500 to 1.5 if their business is quite very busy. On top of that, mobile money business is not the type of business you can do on its own. To top up and supplement on your income and to boost the business, you can also sell phone accessories. So phone accessories like phone jackets, you can sell smartphones, you can sell chargers, you can do charging. There are a number of people who don't have where to charge from, so you charge them whenever each person comes to bring their phone for charging. So it's a business where you can combine with other businesses to increase on your income and also to increase on your profits. So it's quite a very good business which a person can start with a capital of around 1 to 5 million, and that capital is always changed to float. Most people, yeah, it's called float, where you make the transactions from. So that money is changed to float and you make the transactions. So another business you can think about starting is agent banking. Now, agent banking, you become a third party of the bank. So for this type of business, you need to start it when you already have a running business. You cannot start agent banking as a solo business on its own. No, you need to have already a trading license of another business. Let me say you need to be when you have either a retail shop or already a mobile money shop, or you have a drug shop or a pharmacy or a petrol station. So basically it is a secondary business. You can't start it on its own. So one of the requirements is you need to have a trading license already in place for 1 year. You need to have an account running for 6 months in a bank which you want to become an agent. So those are basically the major requirements. Then you need to submit in an application to the bank. Yes, and on top of that, you need to have a credit history for them to consider you to become an agent for the bank. So those are the major requirements. So after submitting those plus your national ID, they submit your application to Bank of Uganda. Bank of Uganda looks through you and all the requirements. So if you meet all the requirements needed for you to start, they will give you a go ahead to start. One of the things they have to do, they start training you on how to make the transactions of agent banking. Basically, you need to get some money to buy a tablet which is used to make the transaction. That tablet you see in mobile money agents using, you need to get it. You need to get money. It's around 760 to 800. So you deposit that on the account and they get you that tablet where you are going to make the transactions. They train you on how to make those transactions. They train you in a period of around 10 to 15 days. The transactions which they allow you to make is basically you need to make deposits for clients, you need to make withdrawals, you need to make mini bank statements, you need to open up accounts for clients. Those are the major transactions which you are allowed to make. On top of that, you can pay Umeme or Yaka National Water and Sewage Corporation. Some people pay start times from there. There are a number of them which you are allowed to pay. Now, the transactions which you are not allowed to pay are things like you can't make ATM cards for people, you can't make foreign transactions. As an agent, you cannot give loans. Those ones, a person has to go to the bank straight away if you are to make those type of transactions. So with a capital of around 2 to 5 million, you can start this type of business. And also like mobile money, they get commissions from each transaction you make, whether it's deposits, whether it's withdraw, they get commissions. And most of these people make a lot of money, especially when they are school days. They make a lot of money from bank slips because each bank slip goes for around 1,000 shillings roughly on average. And if you get like many students over 50 who are banking, you can make a lot of money from all these bank slips. So it's one of those business you have to think about if you already have an existing business in place. So another business you can think about doing is doing real estate business. Now, real estate has a lot of niches. You can either become a broker, you can either become a land developer, you can go into real estate development, you can go into real estate management. There are a number of them you can choose from. In Uganda, basically land development, becoming a broker, and real estate development, those are the commonest and you can make a lot of money from them. So for example, you can start up with land development. With land development, you go somewhere deep in the village, you buy out a chunk of land or 2 or 3 acres of land. Some of those villages, they sell those acres for around 2 million, 3 million. So what you do, you develop the land, you put electricity, you put some roads on that land. So you divide the land into plots of land. So what you do, you double the price for most of those plots of land because now all the cities are moving towards the village. So most people have services near to most of those places. So you cut out that land into plots of land and you can sell those plots of land to the amount of money which is almost twice or equal to what you bought that land for each plot of land. So this is the type of business which these people like Jomai are doing. It's not a very hard business. So another one which falls under real estate development and which is very common and can get you very good money is building houses for people. You can build either a single room or two rooms for people, because most of those single rooms, if you are to finish them, it can go to around 5 to 6 million. So you make a self-contained room for each person, because nowadays, especially people who are just starting to work, people are looking for rentals, places where they can get houses to live in and rent those rooms. So you have to start building those single rooms or double rooms. A single room, if you are to finish it, it can go to around 5 to 6 million. A self-contained one, if you got a very good fundi, someone who is very good at building, so you can make like four of them and rent them out to around the price of 200 or 150 Ugandan shillings. That type of money, you can survive on it. If each month you are getting around 200 from a single room and you have four rooms, that's around 800,000. So that's one of those businesses which you can think about if you are earning this type of money. So basically, those are the four business ideas if you are earning 1 million and above. So just make a comment right there in the comment section. Which are some of those businesses which you think someone can do if he's earning this type of money?